Hi Taurus, welcome to you all's bonus. I do apologize you didn't get an extended last month. I'm sure some of you guys have probably already seen that I released the Taurus reading that I did before I kind of took off away from my home and my tarot cards and all of that stuff. So I wanted to redeem myself. I mentioned this in the other Taurus reading that I wanted to do a collective reading from the perspective of Taurus because we're in Taurus season because of the most recent transit of the node, the North Node out of Taurus and into Aries. For those of you that don't know, Taurus rules the second house, which is about tangible possessions. Okay, so it's about assets, credit scores, vehicles, cars, anything that you could physically touch, experience physically, and has some type of value or is connected some way to your value system. It would come through in the second house. Okay, so this reading should resonate for everyone in one way or another, just depending on your second house placement, depending on if you have Taurus actually placed in your chart or an aspect thereof. You could have a placement of Scorpio, it would naturally be aspected by Taurus across the zodiac wheel. So anyway, hang on. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's get into it. Holy Spirit, guardian angels, my beloved ancestors, please allow me to give these messages to the collective from the perspective of a Taurus as it relates to their second house. Please allow me to see clearly and concisely and to give clear messages about what types of actions and investments they should be taking or making at this time or in the near future. Okay, Spirit, what's the overall message here? What is the overall message here, Spirit? Trust the niggle. Right off the back, I'm looking at South Node and North Node. And again, Taurus bringing forth that energy in the season. It says, what is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? It's asking you to trust the niggle. Some of you guys have most recently activated or opened your third eye. I never realized that it looks like an eye. They have on necklaces, but it looks like the evil eye on the throat. So there's something about like a third perspective, opening the third eye, because all of this is like black and white. It's coming forth as like memories, gives me very much so a South Node energy, past life karma, very much so what would be in the past, because I'm reading what the energy is going to become or manifest. Okay. There's a major transformation. There could be a Gemini that you're leaving behind, some of you guys, but there's also, aside from like an actual Gemini, there's something about your immediate environment that you're leaving behind. It no longer feeds your solar plexus. It no longer contributes to your life force energy in the betterment or the increase, right, of your abundance, of your finances, of your structure, stability. There's something about this that you already knew. Yeah, there's something about it that you already knew. You sensed it, you felt it, but you didn't see it. Taurus season is bringing forth the physical manifestation of this. If you also look at these two women off to the side, one of them has their eyes closed, and this gives me a vibe that it's past life. And then now she has her eyes open, which feels more so like being awakened or aware of not only your immediate environment, but how it contributes to your life purpose, to your destiny. A lot of you guys feel like you need to be retrieving your energy. What does that say? I'm looking at something that says underground system Roots, the root chakra is coming through here. Yeah, that's random. I'm looking at two different things right now sitting up here, but they're lined up beside each other. One of them says underground and the other one says system. The only thing I can think of is roots. Those of you that have not taken the time to go and watch the series, the episode about the root chakra, I would definitely do so. My spirit guides have been telling me that there's going to be something particularly significant about the sacral episode. They haven't even given me the inspiration yet. I have a pretty good idea of what it's going to be like, but how the monologue came about for the root chakra, I feel like I'm sitting in the inspiration of the sacral chakra. In order for you guys to receive the blessing in its full abundance, I'm hearing that you need to do some type of work on your root chakra at this time, especially because like she's draped in like this blue. There's also an energy of an overactive third eye, an overactive crown chakra, especially with Mercury going retrograde. A lot of like cognitive dissonance at a distance here. You could be like receiving clear indication that you need to keep yourself distanced from something because it is a direct link to your cognitive dissonance, meaning you don't have clarity about where to spend your money. You don't have clarity about where to spend your time. You don't have clarity about where you should move next, or whatever the case may be. I feel like either you guys have already been removed from this situation, so you can come to that conclusion, or in the very near future, you will be removed from something or someone in your immediate environment so that you could make the conclusion that it affects the way that you think, feel, experience, and in a result to that, earn money, how you keep a home, how the environment is around your home, your environment around work, or whatever the case may be. Okay, trust the nickel. I want to read this. And then it opened right up. It says, trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? It says that niggling feeling, that annoying niggling feeling, that inconvenient, annoying niggling feeling. Try as you might, it's there, and it ain't going anywhere. Most people spend years ignoring their niggling feelings, throwing their best dollops of stubbornness, ego, and post-rationalization to numb them out. It's exhausting, and until you face the niggle, life just throws you more bait to awaken it. Yes, this is spot on. Okay, it says to draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out. The niggle is an arrow pointing to what is standing in your way. The relationship, the conversation, the decision, the shift that needs to be made, the stone in your shoe. Often we feel the niggling feeling in our body first. Many people think the intuition is something from the higher realms, but in fact, it is the body that is the intuitive one. It says working through our senses to deliver vibrational information. It takes just a moment every day to scan your body to receive the intuitive intelligence and to act on it quickly. You're being called to face the niggle now. If you don't face it, the universe will throw something much bigger and more obvious in your path, and then you will likely regret that you didn't answer the niggle in the first place. I know it's scary, but you are safe. Answer the niggle now. What is your niggling feeling trying to tell you? Okay. This may be unrelated, but I was sending out like Happy Mother's Day greetings, to some of my cousins and friends and stuff like that. And I have one of my cousins particularly who was, as soon as I started your reading, asking me to help her make some type of like travel arrangements to my hometown, which is really interesting because I'm trying to figure out some type of clarity about where I call home now in my hometown. And so for some of you guys, that may actually resonate with you as well, where there's this energy of like, maybe you feel like you should go and take a vacation, or you should go in one direction or another as it pertains to like work, finances, where you spend your time, your energy, money, etc. There's something about that. Maybe you've been feeling drawn in one direction or the other. there's going to be some type of synchronicity, some type of message or something that will validate what you're sensing. And I feel like that came through in the brief, like, check-in reading that I did a couple of days ago. Okay. What's crowning this? Meaning what's up above that's trying to manifest below. What's crowning this energy, Spirit? For Taurus, for the collective, through Taurus's perspective. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, so there's some type of action that you need to take. You're sensing this above. It's manifesting below. However, because the action is happening above, it almost takes on like a spiritual warfare type of thing, like a battle being fought on your behalf in the heavens, you know, like your ancestors, like being escorted out of some type of like Mars energy, a tower moment or something like that, away from an Aries, a Scorpio, a Capricorn, a Gemini for some of you all. What is manifesting below? This is also the first house, so it's definitely taking some type of action as it serves the self. Okay, so show me the energy below. Spirit, what is the energy below? And they had me look over to this. Okay, the ever unfolding rose. This keeps coming out, even though I shuffled the cards. This keeps coming out for Taurus, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. And then underneath that, you have, wow, oh my God, you have birthing a new age. It says birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. This looks almost like the same girl that's in this card, except she's alone now. She's totally encompassed by what she already had sense of within. It being expressed outwardly. And then I said, oh my gosh, because underneath that you have the Council of Light. This is very much so, and as above, so below, something coming into alignment for your favor. There's also an energy of protection here. Very, very strong aura around you. At this time, guys, don't force anything. Do not force anything. If you know, you have an opportunity or something like that, it sounds good, but doesn't feel right, don't do it. Okay? I told you guys that the energy is like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a lot going on around us. Okay? Both like in the heavens, and it's starting to manifest here on earth. Okay? In the 3D. Tell me one more thing about what it is that is manifesting. What's to come of this Ace of Wands energy? The Two of Wands. Yeah, so there is progression here, but it's at a standstill. It is currently paused. You have the Queen of Pentacles with the Six of Pentacles. There is still some giving and receiving. There's still some balancing that needs to take place. Eight of Wands here with the Ten of Cups. Something about being able to take actions towards your dreams without question is what I heard. Ace of Swords with the Two of Pentacles. Without question, it's clear why you were maybe forced to weigh something out, and primarily I'm getting that you were forced to like weigh it out so that you could have a deep sense of gratitude and appreciation for whatever it is that is clearly a path paved for you. Yes, especially here, right? It's kind of like having to be open, vulnerable to something that maybe puts you in an uncomfortable position, but also surrendering to it because there's some type of path that's being paved. I was saying in the other Taurus reading that this card feels alive. You look at the water, it looks like the water is actually like waiting or whatever. You look at the sand, there's ripples, like there's wind and things of that nature. There's very much so a tower energy looming around you. Travel is in the near future for those of you that were wondering or were curious. The Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. Less is more. This is an energy of you having absolutely everything that you need, but there's someone or a group of people or a situation that has some type of lack associated with it. I feel like you wanted to show up in this situation abundantly, sharing your resources, being open-hearted. You were paused, stopped, delayed, or something of that nature. Please don't force it. Okay, show me what is behind this energy, Spirit. Whatever it is, you're definitely already moving on from it because it hit the ground. King of Swords here. This will be Aquarius energy. Is definitely like a humanitarian vibration associated with this. But some of you guys, this could be a King of Swords. It could be an Aquarius. It could be a Leo, another Taurus. It could even be a Scorpio. Ultimately, it feels like someone who has abused their power. Yeah, that's what it feels like ultimately. Eight of Cups and the Queen of Cups, taking advantage of your kindness, taking advantage of, you know, your vulnerability or whatever the case may be. Played mind games, very much so. A Five of Swords, someone with a moon or a Venus in Aquarius could definitely be of some sort of significance, rising in Aquarius as well. But that seems to be not only behind you, but it's a past situation. Okay, this would be what's showing up in your South Node, in your past life karma. And that doesn't mean the last lifetime. It could be the last intimate relationship that you had, you know, the last interaction that you had with your father or your mother or something about it. It's completely cleansed. You're coming into some clarity about it. Ace of Swords with the Two of Pentacles, and it brings forth some new romantic relationship gesture, but it feels like it's towards the self with the Seven of Cups here. You had options, but you end up choosing yourself or something like that. Okay, tell me one more thing about what's behind this energy. Yeah, the Three of Wands. You want to take some type of action so bad, but you're being asked to wait. You're being asked to hold on. The wait is almost over is what I'm getting here. This is also Gemini energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be of some sort of significance. This is also the immediate environment. Something about it not taking any action in your immediate environment right now. Not making any changes, suggestions, commitments to siblings, family, neighbors, co-workers, colleagues. I really want to say I just finished your other reading and there was like this need to bide your time. That's still coming through here very, very strongly. Absolutely. Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, because something is doubling up. Something's going to work. Something's working out. I feel an energy of reparations. Okay. Now, since I'm looking at, and then you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is coming out, crossing this. Okay. Because I'm looking at this for the collective through the eyes of Taurus. Okay. This would be an energy of like the entire collective feeling insecure in one way or another. Okay, with the Three of Wands, needing to have faith that everything's going to work itself out. But when we talk about the present moment, present position, present financial status, present socioeconomic status, present like relationship status, like all of something about status, there's a need to have faith that the position that you're in is moving you forth or is the vehicle for you to achieve the status that you deserve, that you want, that's in alignment with your destiny, with your purpose. Okay? How I can see this playing out, I could see the collective receiving stimulus checks again. But it feels like it's going to be different this time. Like this is not going to be like no crumbs. You know what I mean? Like this would be... this might be a long reach, but this is the energy I'm feeling. This will be an energy of like the government saying we're halting all rental increases. We're halting all increases on like the interest rate of money right now. It's halted. We're pausing it. No, hold on. There's something bigger here that we need to realize. Whatever that is, this Eight of Pentacles, Six of Wands, whatever the collective is working on. Everybody has their own position in this. Whatever the collective is working on, Eight of Pentacles to the Six of Wands, there is going to be a very strong push forward or a very strong, that's not the word. There's going to be a lot of ground covered on the other side of this with the Ten of Pentacles. This is an energy of rewriting history, rewriting a legacy or something like that. Some of you guys where this relates to like an actual relationship, this is an energy of dropping one last name in preparation to receive another. And it just, again, it's going to depend on where you have Taurus placements. Okay, what's in your South Node and North Node. You have to You have to get it personal if you really want me to get down to the bottom of it. But ultimately, yeah, and then I'm seeing in my mind's eye the Moonology deck, the card that has, I think it's full moon in Gemini, and it has the two twins, and one of her eyes is open and the other one is closed, and I think it says the either communication is key or the answers that you need are coming. I definitely feel that energy here very strongly. Number one, because Mercury's going to go retrograde in 2 days. We've been in the shadow phase, so you guys may have been, like, things haven't been working out as smoothly as you would prefer. There's a reason why with the Ten of Pentacles energy, I feel very strongly this is not the time to be investing in anything. Things are going to shake up. Underneath this Council of Light card is the crumbling. What is it that you're clinging to? And again, this is like some as above, so below. It's like your ancestors, your guides, the heavenly realm is triggering some type of tower moment, but it's collective and it's bringing and birthing a new age, which is what I promised with the North Node moving into Aries. Okay? All right. Show me this situation. Go ahead and decide. Pause the video if you need to. Decide if you're group 1, 2, or 3. Okay? Spirit, show me the energy for group 1, how this relates to them. The Page of Pentacles, so definitely a pivot of focus. Some of you guys might find that you need to invest in school, invest in training, invest in some type of certification, something of that nature. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, it's an energy of pivoting your focus towards something that brings you or gives you balance. I get a lot of service. So a Virgo could be of some sort of significance. For group 1, ultimately, it feels like this is aspecting you in the 10th house. It would be aspecting you in possibly the 6th house. Some of you guys may be Taurus in the 6th house, Taurus in the 10th house. Yeah, Virgo in the 6th house seems to come through very strongly. Some of you got, this group is ahead of the energy. You're going to start experiencing this pivot, or you'll be able to adjust your focus in the right direction as early as June. Show me the energy for group 2. The Six of Wands, you're going to be moving in right behind them is what I just heard. And this is further indication on like the 6th house. Six of Wands, 6th house. This is some type of gift from Jupiter coming in to you, group 2. It feels like this is going to transpire or take place for you 6 months later, which would be Sagittarius season. Hell yeah, because look, Magician and the Knight of Wands, it'll manifest in Sag season. So I said as early as June for group 1, you're going to see this manifest. Some type of proof, some trinket, some token, something. Okay? And then 6 months later, group 2, you're going to experience this energy as well. But yours seems more like ceremonial. It seems like it is more so taking place like in the 11th house or the 4th house, where like family members would be involved. This would be accolades. It's ceremonial. I don't know how else to explain that, right? It could be a graduation ceremony. I mean, people don't graduate in December, do they? Unless you're in like some type of certification or something like that. But it's like holiday parties. This is it's definitely the end of a cycle. It's a very victorious one. I'm gonna clarify this. The Knight of Wands is coming back out. So they said leave it right there where it is. Something about Sagittarius season is going to end up, there's a collision with something or someone. Could be a fire sign. I see you moving. I see physical movement. I see physical transformation and action being taken in the 4th house. The 4th house as a result of something that changes significantly in the 7th house. Relationships, partnerships, etc. Just to balance the energy, clarify the Page of Pentacles for group 1, please. King of Swords and Temperance. I heard full moon. The full moon in Aquarius would be Leo season. Um, there could be an air sign that's going to come forth and be very, very direct. That could be the person that's offering you this Page of Pentacles energy. It's like it's a seed to sow. You cut something off. You will be cutting something or someone off. Somebody needs to go and look up the symbolism of daffodils. Okay, Spirit, they say you do it. Hold on, y'all. I think this is a daffodil. Yeah. Okay, daffodil. Somebody has a daffodil tattoo. Something about it is, I don't know if daffodils are a state flower. They might represent a state. Some of y'all might be moving to that state. Okay, it says daffodils are some of the first flowers that we see in springtime. So ditto about group 1 being ahead of the energy and having some type of seed to sow. It says they are a great indicator that winter is over. Hell yeah. It says because of this, they are seen to represent rebirth and new beginnings. This new birth or this new beginning that you're having, I could tell you that it's coming forth in a very official manner. Meaning, like, if this is about school, this would be you receiving an acceptance letter to go to a particular type school. If this is about your children, custody, anything of that nature, this would be receiving some type of like order or clear instruction or indication as to how to move forward. Balance is definitely being restored. Okay, group 3. Show me group 3's energy, please. Well, the 10 of Pentacles just turned up, right? But the 6 of Swords is coming out here as an issue. I feel like group 3 is primarily being affected in the 3rd house, meaning like if of all these groups, group 3, you would be the group that has a lot of mental fog right now, a lack of clarity right now. Because I see you looking back at the rest of the collective here and gathering some type of idea, concept, information, etc., from the collective, from the groups before you. The 8 of Wands and the Lovers and the Knight of Pentacles. This kind of feels like heard it through the grapevine. Group 3. Yeah, 9 of Cups, 3 of Cups. Heard it through the grapevine. You wanted something and then somebody ends up... Okay, this would be a situation like... I don't know why I'm telling y'all, like, reparations for the collective keeps coming up. I don't know if that shows up as, like, stimulus or what the fuck. But something. It's something. Vouchers, I don't know what it is, you know, like universal health care. There's something major though, like that's gonna take place for the collective. This would be an energy of you like having a conversation with your friends all year last year or at the beginning of the pandemic or whatever. Like what they really need to do is this is what I really wish they would do. And then you get on the phone or have a conversation with someone, they're like, did you hear the news? And you're like, no. They're like, remember you was talking about you wanted them to do X, Y. They are doing it. They signed the paperwork today. That's this type of energy, because what else is crossing here is the 6 of Swords. So you are going to be moving to calmer waters, but you seem to find this out through your grapevine, through your immediate environment, through people that you possibly are related to by blood. It could be family members or something like that. You also seem like you might find this out during some type of like family event, gathering, a birthday party, or something like that. Something about being vigilant at work. Some of you guys need to go back and read your emails, messages, text messages. It's time to like kind of... That's another way that you're going to get to like calmer waters or have a better understanding. There's something about revisiting or looking back at something. That's what I'm looking at group 3 do. Okay. Let's use a different deck of cards. What are the other messages for group 1 in the 2nd house? Yes, the 4 of Swords and the King of Pentacles. You're being asked to wait. You're being asked to wait. I don't know why I feel like something or someone is facing a judge. They're facing some type of like, this is a conversation with someone of authority. These people are literally sitting across from one another. But again, like, I don't know why college or school keeps coming up too, because this kind of looks like a professor. And then here you are showing up like in class, receiving this abundance or something, receiving a seed to sow. This feels like a graduation, a culmination of some sort, because I mean, the Page of Pentacles would most likely be the representation of this King of Pentacles in its infant stages, like prior to its growth, prior to its understanding, prior to obtaining the support needed or something of that nature. I really don't like this Four of Swords energy though. It hit the ground. Clarify the Four of Swords. The Lovers. Yeah, you need to bide your time. You're waiting on something or someone, and it's coming. Just wait. Yeah, I see somebody getting up or rising up or something like that. Rising to the occasion, meeting you where you are, or something of that nature. Show me the energy for group 2 in the second house. 3 of Swords in reverse. So this is a bit of a redemption season for group 2. You have the High Priestess here with the Knight of Pentacles. Absolutely. This is redemption. The sun is coming forward. Please be very mindful of the offers that you guys receive at this time or during this season. Oh my God, group 2. You have the Star and the Four of Wands. So something about a position that you hope for or wish for is going to happen. It's going to come true. It already has your name on it, is what I'm hearing. The High Priestess and the Knight of Pentacles with the Sun. There's an energy of you always knowing that this opportunity or something has had your name on it. But it's manifesting now in the 3D. I'm gonna be real with y'all. We all adults here. This pomegranate split open like that, y'all, it looks like a vagina, and this looks like someone who wants to put something in it. So, if you don't want to have any children, if the position that you're considering is motherhood or fatherhood, I would say you look pretty fucking successful. Okay? Look how she got her legs spread and got this Ace of Wands. Listen, group 2. Group 2. Don't say I didn't tell you so. There's fertility here. Tell me one more thing for group 2, please. One more thing for group 2. Yeah, the Chariot. Somebody wants to move forward with you in a very official manner. I told you there was a ceremony. We'll look at all of these people clapping, congratulating, welcoming. Kind of gives me energy of like walking down the altar. I would imagine for some of you guys that resonate with group 2, your person, if this is about love, they resonate with group 3. If you would like to cross watch this, some of you all, if it doesn't feel like it's you, don't force it. But there's someone whose person or partner, they resonate with this group 3 energy over here. And the reason why I said that is because they are going off with you, but they're looking back and finding something out as well. Look, and it's the Page of Pentacles again. And the King of Swords. So see, that's what I'm saying. This person that you're dealing with or people that you're dealing with, there's something about it. They're behind the energy. Because now they're coming full circle. They see the perspective from behind. Group 1 is ahead of the energy. They're running right up to the beef. They're looking at the King of Swords. They have some type of investment. They've studied about it. They've researched it or whatever the case may be. And when the time comes, they'll be ready to make some type of move. Group 3, on the other hand, is walking up to this ceremony or situation after it has already began. They're still entitled to something, but something about when they find this out, it already began. Clarify this energy for group 3. It's the Empress. That's what I'm saying. It's like something about group 3, this energy. Oh my God. That's a baby. It's a baby. It's the Empress and the Page of Pentacles. This will be another child. A third child. Some of you guys, if it resonates, a third child. And then you have the King of Swords here. There's a baby here. Page of Swords would also be representation of a child. Tell me one more thing about this. The Four of Pentacles, this will be the knockoff Emperor. I'm telling y'all, there's someone who's going to be really, really straightforward too. Like, I don't know. I don't like it. Y'all might like it, but I don't like it. This is someone literally coming forth and saying, like, I want to put a baby in you. I better play with Jesus. Look. Seven of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, I want to put a baby in here. I'm just saying. That's what this is. Okay. Spirit, tell me where this energy is heading for the collective. What is the message to leave them with? Oh, okay. It says daffodil flowers also symbolize revival, rebirth, hope, joy, and resilience. Spring lasts between March and June, and that's what I said about the beginning energy here. Yeah, there's a seed that maybe was already sown as early as March. There's going to be proof of this that comes forward as early as June. Okay. What we have here is Inner Temple. This card does not come out a lot. I don't even know what the meaning says in the book. I'm going to tell you what I feel off this card intuitively, but then I'm also going to read it. So it says devotion. It says tune into the portal of your heart. And I touch my heart. First off, I start hearing Doja Cat rules. I don't know how many of y'all listen to Doja Cat or know that song, but you might want to go listen to it because she's, the chorus is pretty raunchy. She says, play with my pussy, don't play with my emotions. Yeah, there's that energy, but there's also like this gatekeeper energy, like somebody's guarding this temple. It feels like this is coming through as, I don't want to say sexual, but intimate or passionate or sensual or something like that. Somebody is getting through the gate. Take that as it resonates, but this is also a major portal energy. It kind of reminds me of the 222 portal. So for some of you guys, there's something coming back around from February 22nd. Because there's this eclipse energy, but it's also like covered. I'm hungry, y'all. Don't mind my stomach. I don't even know if y'all can hear that on camera, but I'm hungry. I'm looking at this triangle and it like gives me a vibe of the North Node. Well, that makes sense because Taurus reading was coming out of an obstructed view. Yeah, so see, there's an energy of still like walking slowly, waiting for your permission to proceed. All right, let's read the book, and then we're going to get out of here. I don't know if it opened right up to it again. Something's coming into alignment. Okay. It says, you're being called to be a devoted student. Yes, and tune into your heart. I'm sorry, pause. Let me go back to Doja Cat. Why did she come up? I didn't forgot now. Oh, you want to, what she say? She said, you want to cast spells on a bitch with potion? Nigga, I need devotion. That's why that came up when I heard that. And that's what I'm saying. It's like somebody went about this the wrong way or something and ended up getting caught up by a gatekeeper, an ancestor or something like that. Somebody did not collect gold. They won't be collecting $200. They're not coming. Okay. It says to incorporate true devotion into your life, you could be being called to develop a regular meditation, journaling, or chanting practice, or to show up to your soul with rhythm. It says to develop a daily practice where you fill up your well and spend time with your soul. All of the answers to all of the questions that you seek are waiting for you in the portal of your heart. It says, but you cannot hear them unless you carve out time each day to listen. It says your soul is yearning for a deeper relationship with you, and so the more time that you spend with it and show up to it, the more clearly it will guide you. We are here to grow as souls. Earth is one big playground for the soul to learn. It says, and you are being called to go deeper in your soul growth or to increase your devotion by being a student of a lineage or a spiritual teacher. It says, if you have already been a committed student, then you're being commended for your devotion. Your guides want you to know how proud of you they are and that the time you spend in devotion is priceless. Pause, because now that makes sense with group 3, how it says you're either being called to go deeper in your soul growth or you're being rewarded. I feel like that's what's going on, or that's the dynamic between group 1 and group 3. It's like group 1 did the work early on, and so they're being rewarded. And I said there's something about group 3, like learning out about this opportunity after watching the collective 7 of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles. It's like this person's now wanting to go to school, now wanting to shift their focus, now wanting to put the work in because they see what the result looks like. You're showing up now as the Empress, and they're at the beginning of this as a page. Okay. This says, if you have already been a committed student, then you're being commended for your devotion. Your guides want you to know how proud of you they are and that the time you spend in devotion is priceless. It says if you're questioning your career or life path, your guides want you to turn your focus toward devotion. In this prayer, please use me in the way that delights my mind, body, and soul. It says, may my life be one big moving prayer. Yes. The affirmation or the advice to work your light says to commit to a daily devotional practice. I really like this for the collective. I definitely feel like there are some people that are going to be progressing to the next phase. Like this would be the energy of the next set of millionaires, billionaires born. And it's going to look different for, I just got chills. It's going to look different for everybody because based off of your north node, right? The direction of your north node. How can I describe this? Like there are some people who are going to end up becoming millionaires or billionaires before the end of this year because someone in their family that was wealthy, rich, or well off dies. But there are others of you that have been in a cycle of trying absolutely everything under your belt as it relates to a career, a purpose, a project, a job, a position within your family or something like that. You're gonna break through this year. This is a major period. Y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go after this because this Sunday is Mother's Day. I don't want to hold y'all, but this paradigm shift is so significant that my granny goes to a different church after 40 some years. Yeah. Just sit with that. I love y'all. Bye.